Alright guys, this is Gwyn. We are back here at the SPGL, that is the Semi-Pro Gaming League. We're going to be jumping straight on into the next game. Of course, your casters today are Gwyn, that's myself, and Mathis StarCraft is below me there. Jumping on in, Nightshade versus cVoHaarp, another Protoss versus Terran here.
Similar situation as well. I checked their rankings. Okay. Protoss is top 25 Masters, that's Nightshade, and Harp is top 25 Diamond.
Alright, so another Diamond versus Masters going on here. Daybreak, the starting map, so we're going to jump straight on into. And is this still the round of 16?
We are, I believe that, nope, we are now the round of 8.
The round of 8. So,
best of 3 situation for these two as well.
So what that means then is that our Terran player has actually progressed through the round of 16 despite being but a lowly
diamond.
A lowly diamond player. Impressive out of that player. Let's go ahead and jump straight on into the game though. Come on, XSplit, switch scenes when I press hotkeys.
You gotta love XSplit. It's known for its functionality.
Yep, it certainly is.
Let me know when you're in game so we can start intros.
Go ahead and take it away.
Alright, in the top right-hand corner, I'm not sure if this is a team for cVo, but it is going to be our blue Terran, Harp.
Yep. And in the red, playing that Protoss, we do have Nightshade.
Good old red versus blue.
Good old red versus blue, except this is not on Blood Gulch.
That's true, it's not on Blood Gulch. Oh, that harkens some memories, sir.
And, not only is it not on Blood Gulch, there's no Warthog.
That's true. Oh, the Warthog OP.
The Warthog was OP, man.
It was OP, no doubt.
Yep.
So it does look like Nightshade opting for a super early probe scout.
Yep.
Super early scout. Going to be jumping in there before the wall off or the barracks is even halfway finished.
Yeah.
Just playing safe, wants to make sure nothing crazy is coming out. He's going to scout that gas, though.
And, I mean, that's the big thing he's looking for there, Mathis. Wants to see when that gas goes down. Wants to say, okay, well, you're taking the gas, so I need to sort of be wary of any tech that you might have coming. And we should see Nightshade just go for a normal expand build, but opt to get that robo a little bit sooner.
Right. Just to deal with whatever tech decides to come his way. Harp, on the other hand, also has a full scout in, but isn't going to see anything out of the ordinary that a Protoss wouldn't be doing at this point in the game. Unless, of course, he was proxy gating somewhere.
It is true. I'm actually surprised that we didn't see Nightshade. Mathis.
But that...
You just lagged on us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the game freeze up. Could you hear me through Skype?
Nope.
Oh, no. I heard you.
You heard me.
I did.
I'm
sorry
yelling
about
your
that.
name. I was like,
I did.
No.
I heard you. I heard you say
no.
it.
Yeah.
I was panicking. No.
I was panicking as well. We do though have you know, no tech going down yet for Harp. It looks like it will be a factory, and now. Come on, man.
There we go.
There we go. Factory finally going down. And I mean, the positioning on this factory does also lend itself to the idea that this will be a Banshee play out of Harp. So should not be surprised to see that on the way when it does happen. We
do have Sneaky Probe being sneaky.
Yeah, and I also want to point out something about Sneaky Probe being sneaky. Sneaky Probe is being sneaky, and we have a one-base play out of our Protoss, which is quite non-standard right now. You know, taking that second gas before the expansion is a real big committal to one-base play. So the Robo is on the way. That, of course, is going to ensure that you are safe against any sort of Banshee play. But he's making a Hellion instead of making a Tech Lab. So this might not be Banshees. This could be a Hellion drop, which I've actually seen Select start using quite a bit. There's some other Terrans who've been doing it as well, but I was actually talking with Select about his TVP, and he's like, well, Hellions are really good units, and if I put them in my opponent's mineral line, they kill their workers. And I was like, Select, really? And he's like, yeah, Gwyn, you didn't know? And I was like, well, I guess I do now.
Now you do, sir. Now you do.
But yeah, so I'm curious. This will, if he starts a medevac right now, and there it is, he'll actually have a third Hellion done by the time that medevac pops out, and 3 Hellions is what is required to one-shot a probe. So good timing there.
You're right, and we actually have a pylon going down for Nightshade in the enemy's natural. He's dropped another 2 gates. One is finished, one is on the way, and he's got an Immortal out, and he's getting the SCV is going to see that, knows that it's coming, and also has an Observer on the way as well.
Yeah, I mean, and the response out of Harp is clear, right? He instantly starts 2 bunkers as soon as he sees that Immortal. There's already, of course, that sneaky probe made sneaky pylon, but here comes his push. Oh, it's one of those stalkers kind of just running in there, taking a lot of shield damage they didn't need to take.
AI pathing, kind of confused because there's a wall.
The bunkers are actually going to be finished up. He actually waited for the 4th Hellion as well. And, he's just going to unload and then use this back at the front for defense. Okay, I like this then. I was going to say, if he commits the Hellion to this play as well, this is going to be really, really scary, right? This is going to be very hard for him to hold off. So I like his decision. But here we go.
And he knows there's nothing at the base because his SCV's been there the whole time.
And all the workers are about to die.
Yep, every single one of them. Line them up, as Day 9 would say. He is going to roast them, trying to surround them, and it's not going to be able to help.
Oh my goodness.
They're all going to go.
Yeah,
gone. There goes
all the probes. And at the same time, we have the attack. One of the bunkers does fall. The second bunker's still alive. That medevac doing so much good here. Second bunker evacuated, and you know what? Harp might lose his base here. He's bringing all the SCVs out to the front. There's still some force fields available, though. More and more SCVs going down. He needs to return those to mining. He is fighting pretty well, but at the same time, that's a big stalker count. Stalkers are quite good against Marines.
Yep, and if this gets into a base trade situation, it's going to go to Nightshade just because Hellions don't do a good job burning buildings down.
Hellions can't kill buildings, man. Immortals can. However, I think, though, if Harp could actually, of course, lift off his buildings and float them away, but I still think... Oh, he tries to snipe the obs and doesn't quite get it. And this is so rough because he only has 1 barracks. He can only produce a few Marines at a time, and he actually loses the barracks. The only unit production he has now is Hellions. Hellions not so good against Immortals and Stalkers.
I don't know what to say, man. I think this might end up going in Nightshade's favor.
I think it might. I don't know that the Immortal is getting so low. It's getting focused down by SCVs. But I think you're right.
SCV power drill is just too powerful. There goes the medevac, and now... Now Harp's in trouble. It's simple as that. He can float things away, but Nightshade has enough money to make a probe, and all you need is 1 probe to get your economy kickstarted. Granted, Harp has a ton of minerals left as well.
Yeah,
but
he's got a ton of minerals left.
But he's got nothing to produce. He can only make SCVs.
Right. Well, see, and this is the thing that's got to be like so frustrating in Harp's situation is that he literally has like 500, 500, which basically just means that he wasn't macroing as well as he should have through a lot of this engagement. He needs to run these SCVs away. He's trying to make. Is this a Banshee? Yeah, he's trying to make a Banshee. No, you can't do that, Harp. So he is flying everything.
It's a good try. I'll give him that.
Off to everywhere. At the same time, Nightshade has started mining again.
Yep. Is gonna, like I said, all you need is 1 probe to kickstart that economy.
Yep, it's true, man.
And honestly, at this point, Nightshade I think is just gonna end up taking it.
Yeah.
He is building a tech lab. I think he's gonna attempt to make Banshees real quick, but the Observer is gonna see it. And there's nothing he can do. I would cancel that if I were you and try again somewhere else.
Yep.
Got that command center way off in the corner. But it's only a matter of time before Nightshade makes a starport.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, right? So, at the same time, we have a supply depot going down here for Harp at the bottom. He needs to be careful about spending this money. If you're going to play this sort of game, you can't be spending money on things you don't need. And I think that's like the biggest key thing to note, because you know that these buildings are going to get found, and so, like right now, he has basically no money left because he has, and now he has 170 left, right? Because he started all these buildings, 2 barracks. He started a supply depot. The supply depot is about to die.
He did land his command center to drop some mules.
He's muling. He is muling, but that is going to get found out. So.
Yep. He needs to be careful because once that thing catches fire too, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
This barracks might finish.
Oh no, CC is on fire.
Oh, and that's gonna spell doom for that. And that's Nightshade knows all he has to do is now it's just a waiting game. It's going to burn. And he's going to finish up this barracks, but it's going to get scouted right before it gets finished. The Immortal and the Sentry walking their way over. Going to tickle it to death. Going to force the cancel. There's the GG.
Well played. So we're going to go into Game 2 between these two players. Here in the round of 8 at the SPGL.
Southwest Division.
Southwest Division. That is correct. So yeah, we're going to go to a short commercial break. When we get back, next game coming up. Very aggressive strategy there. Base trade between our Protoss and our Terran. And Protoss coming out on top because Hellions can't kill buildings. You heard it here first.
We're here to educate.
Here to educate. Guys, we'll be right back after a short commercial break. Stay tuned. Dual Site is our next map. And this is not a map we see a lot of, Mathis, at all.
No, not. We did for a little bit.
Yeah, like MLG put it in their map pool and it was bad. Yeah. And GSL put it in their map pool, and it was bad, and then everyone stopped using it.
Yep. And we saw Nightshade even saying, why would you pick this map?
Yep.
So, yeah, it looks like it'll be interesting what ends up happening. We should get to the details as to why this map is relatively low on the priority list. But let's get the introductions out of the way first, once the game is up.
Yep, it is up, and in the red, playing the Protoss, we do have Nightshade, who's up 1-0.
You are correct. And in the blue, sporting the blue rather, the Terran down 1 game is Harp. He himself is going to be in a best-of-1 situation like we saw our last Terran in our last matchup. So let's talk about this map a little bit.
Yeah.
This map, go for it. You start. You know more about.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where the natural is really wide open. I think that's like the first big sticking point here. The natural is huge. There's so much attackable area here. What this means is that it's quite hard to secure your natural. It's quite hard to take that natural and just kind of secure it. The second thing to sort of note about the map is that taking a third base, your third is pretty far removed from the natural, and again, there's 2 attack paths. It's wide open.
It's really wide.
And the third big thing to note is that the pushing distance between, say, my natural and your natural is very short. All in all, what this all comes down to is that games are very aggressive here. And because they're very aggressive, and because the naturals and third bases are so easily attackable, because the rush distances are so short, it's really easy to get caught off guard by something that you don't have proper time to react to it, sort of hold it off. And indeed, look at this out of Harp. We see a second barracks down here at the bottom. So this is going to be a 2 racks out of him. I think this is going to be like a gasless. I'm just going to make Marines and then bring all the SCVs 2 racks, though. Yep, just trying to end it quickly and get himself a quick win to tie it back up. And I think I'm looking at the rally point path for this SCV coming from the barracks toward the main of Nightshade. He should not do this. This is a really bad idea. Because it's a tell. Yeah, it's a tell. He's going to know that there's an SCV out of the base, and previous to this, he scouted so early. There shouldn't be an SCV out of the base. So exactly. As far as his knowledge, the Nightshade should know where everything is. But now Nightshade is like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Where did that SCV come from? Additionally, I saw Nightshade clicking through the number of SCVs in the main for Harp, right? Nice. And I mean, if you count the SCVs in the main, there's gonna be 2 fewer than there should be. And those 2 fewer than they should be is directly related to the fact that you have to cut an SCV to build the barracks at a timing, and Nightshade's actually just going to flat out find this barracks. So, it's going to lose the probe to do it, but he sees a barracks. So, 1 Zealot, 1 Stalker should be able to kill the Marines coming out of this barracks. Starting on the high ground as well. Yeah. This is, this is rough. Yeah, I mean, it's small. It's going back to the whole small mistakes can lead to big losses here. It's just that that 1 SCV scouting when it shouldn't have, and even Nightshade taking the time to count up each SCV, which is extremely smart to do, just to make sure he's not getting cheesed. And look at this: 3 Marines are dead. Yeah, I mean, and the barracks forced to run away. Yeah, and that's the push, right? You wait for about 5 Marines out of each barracks, and you push across the map with as many SCVs as you feel like pulling, plus all of that production. So at this point, Nightshade is in a great position. we see him going for the Twilight Council. I think this is probably going to be a Blink play. Blink is really strong on this map. It could be DTs with those 4 gates down, but I'd be less surprised to see Blink, considering the circumstance of the game.
Right. Let's see what he ends up doing. If anything, up there's Blink. So Blink going down. Warp gate finishing up. Gonna be pushing up with some stalkers right now, just to do some scouting, see what he's got up there. And really, Harp doesn't have much.
Nope.
He's
There's
got
not
7
much.
Marines, State Marines now, and that's it.
And I mean, stalkers obviously can micro against Marines. Now they can't micro against Marines in bunkers, but nonetheless, those stalkers put on a little bit of pressure, tested the waters, said, "Okay, you do have that. Let's check to see if he actually saw that expand." So he did not see the command center. So this still could just be like, say, a fake expand into just a bigger one base all in. But it's not. I mean, Harp is doing this, and sort of the thing here is that if Nightshade gets out and obs, or if he gets sight of the high ground, there's a lot of cliff space to blink into this main, do a lot of harassment that way. So I would not be surprised to see that sort of play out of Nightshade at all. I mean, he's got a huge advantage already, and I'm surprised he didn't add on the Robo. I'm surprised he's not playing this off like PvP.
Yeah, I am as well. Look at Harp just pulling back the command center, dropping, what, 2 more bunkers. He got 4 bunkers at the front.
Yeah, he's really afraid, and there isn't a big like Immortal base or Gateway base all incoming, so he doesn't really need to be afraid of this sort of play. But at the same time, you know, with Blink out, this is gonna be tough for him to hold off.
Yeah,
all
look at
the Marines coming out.
all of them, and trying to take this army down with Blink now. He's just going to blink back the hurt stalkers. Great Blink micro there, picking off all the Marines, and he can literally just kind of push his face into these bunkers and just take them out one by one at this point with good Blink micro.
He certainly can. The SCV's coming off the line as well, Mathis. The other bunker going down. SCV's engaging in the fight now. See a lot of blinking back of those stalkers. There's the GG out of Harp. Nightshade takes it quick 2-0. So we've had 2 Protosses advance. It does not seem like Terran's day today, and I mean we're not even getting into that sort of danger zone where a lot of Terrans struggle, which is that late game.
Right, exactly. Protoss has just been ending it way too quickly for them to handle. So
they absolutely have. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and bring you more round of 8 matches coming up, or it'll be round of 4. Either way, stay tuned for more StarCraft action coming up from the Semi-Pro Gaming League Southwestern Conference. I'm going with me as Mathis. Don't go in.